But first, shoes make the outfit, they always say, right? But even those of you with a closet full of options will have a hard time competing with the creative magic of the Bewitching boots and shoes that are here at Studio 5 today. So Wanda the Witch, eat your heart out, because we have hit the jackpot when it comes to witch footwear that is 10 times more entertaining than the half-yearly shoe sale. These wicked kicks are walking onto the scene as a Halloween decoration, sure to get a cackle from all of your favorite friends. Amy Ferry's, our creative mind, sort of turned shoe cobbler. Is that fair to say?
Definitely.
Yeah, we're going head to toe with witches, it seems, this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that element of the shoes. I had so much fun going to the DIs and Savor and picking up some great plain black boots and embellishing them.
They are plain no more. So basically you've done just that. Collected, thrifted, bought some cheap shoes, and then done what?
So I add, of course, everything I do, I have to add a splash of ribbon. You can go to the novelty stores and buy these little, spider rings and glue them with Mod Podge and add glitter to them.
As like a toe accessory or something like that?
Yeah, totally. Like I even thought on this one, I glittered this skeleton, and on these high boots, it might be fun to add those dangling at the back like a tassel.
Like a little shoe earring?
Yeah, just whatever embellishments. I tie lots of ribbons and that adds, and then, the glitter glue.
Yes. Okay, that's the overview. You get the basics. You get that one pair of shoes. Black is kind of the go-to color, I noticed.
Definitely,
the theme across the table. We have to go shoe by shoe because each shoe has its own character.
They have a purpose,
Yeah, can we start with these high boots?
Definitely. So the one on the very end I used as, it could be a centerpiece. I actually, if you want to hold this.
This is fantastic.
You can hang it on your door instead of a fall wreath.
What?
So, yeah.
There she goes.
Yeah, we were going to have a technical problem there.
Whoa, look at this. For a fall wreath on your door, that is darling.
And you could add flowers to it and stick it on your door as well for Halloween, or if you're having a Halloween party. So just kind of a different option as a door hanging.
So you punched a hole in it and just laced that signature Amy ribbon through. Yeah,
this tool right here, the leather punch, I just punch the back of it and stick a ribbon through it and hang it up.
This is adorable. And then you gave the boot kind of a bow seam down the center, right?
I might help you here. I'm gonna put this right
We're gonna prop her up because this shoe is too cute to let it fall. Thanks, Jeff.
Is that gonna work?
We've got extra hands coming in from the sidelines. We're good. Jeff's just gonna hold, thanks, Jeff. That'll be your workout for the day. You're just gonna hold that for us. How did you do the bows though, really quickly, the bows?
So just hot glue gun. I mean, there's, you can just form them however, folding them and wrapping ribbons around.
And the more ribbon, the better, just drip,
well,
drip,
that's
drip.
my philosophy, the more ribbon, the better. And I've got some little crepe paper ruffles here that I actually made. So the tops of some of these, you can see the crepe paper.
You've just folded it right in there and then hot glue again?
Hot glue it in. Everything's hot glued.
For the little boot ruffle?
Yeah, and it stays actually pretty good, so.
It looks like it stays great. Now, on these, you did a little freehand design on the toe.
Yeah. So I had this tip right here, and this is going to collapse when I move that. It's kind of a narrow, it's smaller than a regular glue tip.
Okay.
And so it gives you a little more fine point as you're putting the glue on, and then you'll sprinkle the glitter on. So that just gives it more flourishes and more design, more detail.
I mean, look at the dot detail there, and you even wrote.
They look like little diamonds.
What did you write on some of these?
So these are just, would a bad witch wear shoes this fabulous? Let's see. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat.
Oh, that's a classic. That's a classic.
I think there's a double, toil and trouble one.
And you're just freehanding these with what, a paint marker?
So these are, my whole display is going to collapse.
Don't let that happen.
So this is just a regular gel pen.
Okay.
A white gel pen.
Okay.
And it works for the most part on most surfaces. You will get some patent black leather or, that's shiny and it has a hard time having friction onto it. But a lot of these matte finish ones, it works beautifully. The thing is though, you have to be careful as you're lettering, just don't let your hand go back over it so that it smears, because it takes a little while to glue. It actually takes a couple days for that ink to dry so that it doesn't smear. Yeah.
So don't do it once, let it back away.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, some of them don't exactly ever set, so it's more of a decor.
Don't touch it.
I have tried to spray like a varnish over it, and then that sometimes it flakes. So it's boot to boot.
Boot to boot.
Boot to boot. You just gotta experiment.
Okay, here's an example where you talked about the little spider ring. You put that into play as a little jewel there.
I love that
in the
as like a little jewel. Yeah, and then I I relaced this one with just a beautiful ribbon.
I mean, that alone, just relacing with a different texture
Just
or
kinda
pattern,
adds,
it does,
yeah.
It takes it over the top. Is this paper or ribbon again that you put there
So
on the
this is
front?
just a ribbon that's cut and glued in there. You can kind of see here, I'm lining the inside, so it's not the ugly liner, you know. I rip out that part of the, what is that? The footbed. I rip that out and I retrace on some decorative paper and I Mod Podge it in that and then stick it back in.
See, you are
So
a cobbler. You
yeah.
totally are a cobbler.
Just reinventing this whole thing. You can see here, I've taken ribbons and just cut them on an angle.
Okay, look at
and
this.
then glued them.
You've layered the ribbons though, so it's multiple, right, strands there,
Yep.
butted up one against the other.
Yep.
That is so cool. And even kind of a rustic with that natural color ribbon there. It almost looks Thanksgiving-esque.
And on the
As we
heel,
slide
you
into that
can
next
see
holiday. Oh,
I
there's
painted
heel.
the stripes on the heels there.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, where would these live in your home?
Well, I put a bunch of them on my entryway table and I fill them with candy, you know, chocolates or seasonal candy. Some I just put on my mantle. They're all over. I even thought you could line them up outside your doorstep, like, you know, witches are parking there.
Like
and
porch decor,
yeah,
just
lined up on the porch. And of course, you've got to have your one pair of ruby red slippers.
Well, I was going to ask, could this idea translate to even a costume theme too? You brought up the ruby slippers.
Definitely. So I have my little niece here as a model. Is this a good time to bring her in?
Yeah, please.
So we didn't actually think too far in advance on sizing, but she's got some beautiful little shoes that we've embellished for her.
Oh, show those off,
and they
lady.
could be little dress up, or you could wear them for a costume. It's really for light wear though, because you've got a lot of stuff glued on there and written on there, and I can't guarantee that it's gonna stay on there, but it could be fun for a bewitching night at Gardner Village, you know.
Are those fun, Sophia? Yeah, you look great. Those striped tights are the perfect accessory. Thank you so much, girlfriend, for showing those to us. Those ringlets are the best, too.
We've also used it in these masks, kind of the same embellishment ideas, to just go get those Mardi Gras masks that are plain.
Yeah.
Sophia actually did one here. It's her little kitty cat.
Cute.
But it's fun to do those as well. So.
And we see a lot of classic black, orange, white, but here you've just gone with a totally different color motif,
This was,
right?
again, Sophia's creation.
I love it.
I gave her a bunch of blank masks, and kids will have so much fun doing this. I mean, the shoes and the masks are just fun to decorate. I know you can't wear a lot of the masks at school anymore,
Right.
but they're really fun for a decoration idea.
I have
just
to point out, too, your yellow brick road is a fun touch.
Well, this was
burlap?
It's burlap and then some ripped handmade paper. But I did a little party for one of my, well, actually I had 3 girlfriends that turned 50, all in like the same 2-week span.
Yeah.
And so, and they're all women that love being home and just love their families. And so I did kind of a no place like home theme. And I made each one of them a pair of ruby slippers. And it was so funny, at the end of the night, they took them off, and 2 of them, they actually fit their shoes. They fit their feet. So it was just kind of a luck thing.
That's meant to be magic.
And they danced around my golden oak floor. It was really fun. So it's great in all kinds of applications, really.
That's a darling idea. Thank you for the inspiration. I guarantee there will be a rush at the thrift store, at the DI, to find some of these old black boots, these old black soles, because look, we've given them new life thanks to our friend Amy Ferry. Where can we get more inspiration from you, Miss Amy?
So, my Instagram, I'm gonna be posting a lot of Instagram photos in the next week.
Okay.
All on witch boots and what you can do to use them. My little niece, Sophia, we were talking on the way over here, and she said, Aunt Amy, you could use it as kind of like a stocking, and you could fill it with more prizes for your kids. So just another way. You know, I'm always looking for a way to fill something. Yeah. So it's another way to
I love
give
that
your kids
she
a gift.
thought of that.
She thought
more
of that.
prizes and candy
more
for the
Christmas
kids.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a genius.
She's a genius.
She's cute and smart. We love it. Thank you so much.